Hey, I just wanted to share some of the features in CollabCanvas. So not going to show login or sign up, but there is full auth on that. I have two users right now, and as you can see, when one user moves their mouse, the other user sees it instantly, just simulating that on two screens right here. So we can make some standard shapes. Let's just make some right here, a square, a circle, a line, text box. So you'll first see I can alter stuff here. I can give it a name if I want, which is useful for the UI stuff. I can change a color. I can change some values over here. Note that I could also change those values directly like this, and they would update directly here. Change opacity. I could layer things, add a border if I would like. Cool. So it's going to be the same with a circle. Circles are a little different. So if I wanted to create, an oblong shape, I would do it like that. I can move things around. Same with a line. I can move a line around like that. For text, I could give it a fill color, maybe write something, rotate it if desired, change the font type. Maybe I'll make it blue, change alignment. So all sorts of things like that you could do here to do whatever you want on this canvas. As you notice that if I selected something and I try and do something here, Bencone is editing, you can't actually move it. So it's only once this user lets it go that things are now editable by another user. So it's a bit of a locking mechanism. And you can see when I move things around, that's pretty good latency for the fact that this is happening over a network in real time. If you're curious, that was a Firebase real-time database. So that's how I'm doing the cursors and the movement of stuff. Yeah, so note we have some keyboard shortcuts. I could select all with Control A. Note I can't move any of them here now, but over here I can move them. Note it doesn't update in real time when you're selecting multiple things because there would be it doesn't look right. There's too much lag, so it's only once it lands that you see it update. Deselect, everything's available. I've tested it and it scales up pretty well for large numbers of shapes, but naturally as you get pretty high up, it could degrade in performance. What else is there to show? So yeah, I could select all, I can Control D, and now I've created a copy of all these, and I can move them over here. So you can see it over there. What else? I could Alt drag and create a copy that way. These are all standard Figma features. Undo and redo work as expected, so I can create things, including multiple things, uncreate them, move things around, all with the redo. You'll see that actual values are changing, and then I could redo everything if I wanted to. Cool. Yeah, so some other stuff to show. Let me just delete all this to clear the canvas. Note it updates there immediately. We do have this AI feature, so I could say something like create 5 red circles. And it allows you to talk in natural language, and we're talking to an LLM on the back end. Cool. So what if I wanted to take these and say something like align selected shapes vertically with a 10 pixel gap? Cool. It's able to do that. I suppose this is 10 pixels. It's hard to say. What else might I want to show? I guess I could take one over here and say like, oh yeah, note if I pull it out, you actually see the dimensions. The dimensions update as you move it. I'm going to take this circle and say, make the selected circle blue and double its size. Let's see if it's able to successfully do that. No, it made them all blue. So as you see, it's not exactly perfect, the AI stuff, but it's getting there. Make selected shape blue and double its size. This should work successfully. Okay, great. What else? For the AI stuff, there's a bit more. So I could say something like make a login page. This will take a little longer because it's multiple shapes. There we go. It actually did it perfectly this time. Sometimes it doesn't do it perfectly. Sometimes there's some layering issues, like, it'll look like that. But this time it did it perfectly. But because it's AI, this stuff is not like perfect. So just to show you, like for an example, it's totally not trained on, because I gave it, some examples, like whatever prompt engineering for most of these. If I say to something it should not know how to do, like make a fire truck out of shape. So it really shouldn't have any idea how to do this, but the AI, being an AI, is going to do its best. So let's see what it comes up with. Yeah, like not terrible. Kind of amazing that you can do this in the modern era, because it would be very hard to program something that would take text and make something remotely like a fire truck. And because of the AI implementation, you actually can do stuff. Cool. So I have one final feature I want to show. Let's say I went into dev mode and I said, okay, we're offline. So notice that I'm up here. This user's now offline. From this user's perspective, that user has logged out. So let's say this user keeps editing stuff. So I'm going to move this around here. There's no change here because this user is offline. But if this user were to go back online, they reconnected and all of that happened, and now they're logged in again. So there's pretty good offline support too. And yeah, that's all I want to show. But I would say this is pretty cool for a 1 week project, and really showcases how much you can get done with vibe coding. I mean, it's probably not super maintainable, but got a lot done, a lot more done than I would have otherwise gotten if I wasn't using LLM assisted coding. And yeah, if you want to look at the GitHub, there's documentation of like my whole process and stuff. So yeah, that's it.